We have the Bushin Ashindra A5. It is time to rise up. Hello everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at Bushin Ashindra A5. So I'm going to have to get used to that name because it's actually called Bushin Ashura for Takara Tomy. I think the name change was done because I think Ashura is like a religious name, so not a religious name, like there's like religion connected to that, and obviously Hasbro cannot have anything like that, so that's why a lot of times stuff that references God or anything like that, they have to take it out. It's whatever. I just thought Bushin would get the name changed, not Ashura. Did not do my research right, but this is actually a really sick recolor. 1000 likes is their like goal. I love the art on this, and the parts for this are D77 and TH07, so it's Hurricane and Keep. So it's gonna be interesting to see. You know, personally, I love this I'm gonna be honest. Not like I hate it. I'm not a fan of the Ace Dragon recolor. This is a good recolor. I love the red. Look, it's basically kind of like a reverse of the original Ashura color scheme. This was a good recolor. So if you're wondering how to get to the actual Ashura anime accurate colors, you have to buy the vertical drop battle sets, which comes with Ace Dragon and Ashindra anime accurate colors. So yeah. Anyways, moving up actually right here, it's really cool. I'm actually really excited to take a look at this. So obviously with Hypersphere you got two stats. You got runtime and drop frequency. So the runtime is 4 in the stats and the drop in frequency is about 2. If you're wondering what that is, you know, I'll quickly just show the instructions for it. You can just see it's the X and the Y variables. One is when drop in is when the top drops in from the brink to the battle ring. The other one is length of time spent moving along the brink within the battle ring. Blah 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 blah. Those are the stats for it. I'm actually, no, it's very funny actually, because what is it, Gargoyle G5 and the 2-pack literally has like almost the exact same color of Keep, so I just find it funny, like we basically got like dark red Keep and then after slightly less dark red Keep. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at this. So this is the GT chip, which is Ashindra, the defense space, which is Bushin, D71, which is Hurricane, and then after we got TH07 Keep. Yeah, let's open it, take a look, see what's popping with this bag, you know? Yep, part by part. So I love the Ashindra Gatinko chip, but I am gonna have run criticism because I don't know if I've said this already, so I'll just say it now so if anyone sees this video. The one thing I don't like is that for how good the chip looks, you know how like 10 kind of has like these extra hexagons on each side? How come the plastic molded part on the Ashindra doesn't have that? And the same thing I think with like Valteric or whatever. Now, I know it's gonna seem like a silly complaint, and it is a little bit nitpicky, right? I guess if you want to say it like that, but couldn't they at least kind of made it a little bit closer? Now I know maybe it's like the Zankye. Come on, that's being really nitpicky for how it is. I don't know. It is a little bit weird how at least the chips, if it would be at least cool if I could at least say, oh okay, wow, so you know there's no metal or anything, it's all plastic molded, but at least Hasbro paid attention and actually put that detail of like this part. It's whatever. The chip does look beautiful. Now there is no like stickers where the chip should be, and at least no, not even, there's no stickers for Ashindra. What I mean by no stickers, obviously Hasbro bays don't come with stickers, but what I mean is that for TT bays, there's obviously placement where the stickers would go, and Hasbro usually tattoos on where the stickers would be. In Ashindra's case, there's nothing, which is a little bit sad. I was hoping maybe, like for this one, they could maybe just follow up with more yellow trails, so it looks a little bit better. Because again, I don't like it when it feels sort of like visually like lackluster, you know what I mean? It's like, it does look good as a recolor. It does look good as a recolor, don't get me wrong. Now the one thing that intrigues me the most about this bay is Hurricane Hasbro, because look at this puppy. So the thing is this, not that bad for the shape. So with stuff like Blitz and Sting, it's kind of like a punier version. But Hurricane, I kind of like, you would have like Bump Hurricane or something like that. It's actually really cool. So I'm liking this bladed design. It's kind of pretty interesting. I think you should probably actually have a frame on Hurricane now I'm thinking about it. Get all the metal edges on. I think Hurricane, like the disc, I think the disc of Hurricane for Hasbro might actually be good. I think it might actually be good. Hasbro's Keep, okay, so with TT Keep, it actually had, my TT Keep, by the way, is really worn. I'm just noticing that now. I'll fix that later, but yeah, I got all that dust. I gotta clean up the dust. I usually forget to clean up the dust on my rubber tips. Keep is like, it's like a rubber ball, basically. And it's like free spinning on the bottom, right? It's basically free spinning. With Hasbro, there's no rubber, there's no plastic part with free spinning. It's just like that. Which, I'm gonna just say one thing. Look, it does pretty much have almost the exact shape as Keep, but couldn't they have, like, just as easily maybe made this part free spinning? Like, would it have been that bad? Like, you could still keep the Hypersphere gimmick, and you could still have something cool. That's my one criticism for Hypersphere, like, okay, you have these two stats, but virtually, are they really anything? Like, alright, we have these, like, X and Y variables, but why couldn't we just have something like, okay, even though these are the same shape, maybe like with Keep, it's free spinning on the bottom. Maybe like with Dragons, Charge, whatever. Maybe it can shift a bit. With Rise, maybe it can actually rise up as a tip. With Power, maybe Power actually does have a little bit of a spring to it. I don't know. That's like just my crazy. I think that's pretty fair to say. So that's kind of it for that department of criticism for how it looks and everything. The one thing I will actually, I don't know if I forgot to show this. These are what the slopes look like on Ashindra. Not that bad at all. So, getting out our scale, we're going to see the weight differences for everything. Hopefully it's not too bad. So let me just quickly show this. So yes, even if you don't have any layer weights on Takara Tomy is still heavier. We got 13.03. Hasbro's Ashindra should maybe be 11. Okay, you wanna know what? It's a little bit close. But this is like without the weight, so that's a little bit silly to be like, oh, let's praise it because it's almost close with the TT that doesn't have the weight. Let me just, like, what is this, like 21? So like 12 to 21, that's, it's not really half, but it's kind of almost half. So, actually, since I already have this fully assembled, what am I doing? Yeah, if you want to see it, yeah, 12.37. Alright, I mean, I guess we got that part done. Let me just show this part. I know the GT chips are usually almost always heavier. So, like, Takara Tomy will be like 2.82, Hasbro's like 3.19. But, like, with the bases on their own, like, Bushin is like 9.19, Takara Tomy is like heavier. 10.27. To be fair, I always say it's either 1 or like 2 or 3 at max grams of difference. This time it's about almost 1. So moving on, I want to save the disc for last. I want to see Keeper at Takara Tomy, 6.55 grams. Hasbro, it is a whopping, it's about 8.20, not 8.28. No, it looks like that. Okay, let's see Hurricane. What are we looking at? 25. I'm gonna guess maybe 18. Yeah, 19. But you wanna know what? I don't know. I have a feeling, I don't know if it'll do better, but I think maybe this could be good for some unique combos, like, I don't think does anybody really use Hurricane, like TT? I don't think anyone really does. I've almost never seen it. Never seen it. Like, what could you have with Hurricane? Like, maybe Hurricane Atomic or something like that? Like, with this one, you could have some pretty unique combos, like, I'm gonna keep on saying it, cross, bump, frames like that. Also, it does expand. I usually just say the same frames, because that's what comes to mind. If you have any other suggestions, I'll definitely, try to put it on. But, it is what it is. So I'm just going to show the complete weight difference between the two. Usually TTs are like, what, 50 to 60, and then after Hasbro's like 38 to like small 40s. So let's get this scale ready. Hasbro is about 40.30. TT's like 52, so about 12 grams of difference. So if Takara Tomy is about 52, I usually do this. I'll put the TT disc on the Hasbro just to show you an example. So 45, so we'd still have that gram difference even if the disc had the gimmick. So yeah, it's kind of whatever. I like this recolor. And the slopes, by the way, sometimes I just don't say things like I usually, because I'll usually just repeat myself. Slopes on Rise bays are good, like not garbage. Like this is like, it's good, it's not trash. So I'm a little bit impressed And when it comes to Rise in that regard, and there's some other stuff I'm a little bit disappointed on. Like, I think the tips are just the most disappointing thing about Rise. I think they could have just thrown in gimmicks on this stuff. They didn't have to have it just have these wacky shapes and be like, oh, well, with this one, you're dropping frequencies 2.5. Like, come on. The rest for it does look clean. So this is probably going to be the most clean recolor I've seen for Rise so far. Yeah, look at the lad. Look at the lad. Looks nice. Oh! Yeah, looks nice. So, I'm just going to say this. You can tell me in the comment section below, I guess, what has been your favorite rendition of Ashura, I should say, Ashindra? Because we've gotten in blue from Takara Tomy. What else have we gotten? We've gotten in red from Hasbro. Now, what's your favorite Ashura? What's your favorite color scheme for Ashura? Red, blue, green? Like, let me know. Oh, also purple, I guess, from the other one. But yeah, let's move on. So moving on to the test launch / battle section of this video, we've got our Hypersphere launcher, and of course we've got Ashindra. So we're gonna first do a test launch. And by the way, if you're wondering what's the difference between a Hypersphere launcher and, like, let's say the turbo one, just yeah, it's just thinner. That's really it. So let's do a little bit of a test launch. So 3, 2, 1, let it rip. So I did a little bit of a light launch, because then after I'll just do that. A little bit wild. I don't want to launch too hard, but I will show it just riding around this stadium right here. 3, 2, 1, let's rip. I think I can do it now. Yeah! Look at Ashindra go! So now I want to do some test battles against some turbo bays. Let's get to Revoltric. And then after, let's get Ashindra. So it's either I'm just going to go all the way around, or I manage to come back I think I'm going to come back at the end. So I actually do like Ashindra a lot. I think it has really a lot just going for it, if we're going to be honest. Super good slopes. The Hypersphere tip is actually like probably I would say the best one out of all of them. I don't think there's anyone that comes close to Keep Hypersphere. I don't know, I just really like Keep Hypersphere. Like, the only one I could maybe think is maybe like the Ace Dragon tip, but of charge? Yeah, you know, Ashindra's good. Like, Ashindra's good. We're gonna try this. We're gonna ride around. We're riding. We're riding. No, but yeah, in all seriousness, we're gonna just see how it does. Oh, okay. So we'll do our next match against, you know, I usually just pick these, like, same turbo base, test it out against Air Knight. Air Knight's, like, nice. We're gonna see if that expand for, oh, never mind. I thought I was just gonna go with aggressive attacks, okay. No, I always like to actually, when it comes to, when I originally did the review of the Japanese version, I always did like the Bushin Lairmaze. I just thought the stock for Bushin Ashura for TT was just like, a little bit whack. But, I don't know. Maybe they managed to actually improve it. But I mean, I guess we're gonna see. Okay, let's do, I'm gonna try to do my best because I just want to get, yeah, there we go. I just wanted a little bit of a side launch with key. Oh, wow, okay. It's, fair play. Fair play. I actually thought for a second there it was just gonna bounce around, but no, it didn't. Yeah. So actually it can do pretty well against Turbo Key. They get to a little bit to the middle there, but it did do, like, not that bad against Turbo Achilles, considering it has the Turbo Awakening and everything. Next one. I think we all know what's about to come up next. It's obviously the best one that you can use for Turbo, or one of the best ones you can pick, I should say. Turbo Spryzen. So do like 2 rounds against Turbo Spryzen. I think that's fair. We're gonna see how it compares, if it can handle it or not. Well, at least in these battles right now. Because, like, with some of these Rise Bays, Turbo Spryzen just, like, destroys it. Like, legit destroys it. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll just use it as a basis. Just to see how it does. Oh no, it's going all the way around. Did you catch that? Okay, I was able to catch that. Yeah, so the other thing too, I know a lot of people say all Hypersphere tips are the same. Not really. Well, they got a similar shape, but each of them do perform a little bit differently. Come on, Ashindra. Don't, hey, direct contact right now. Is Turbo Spryzen still at the top for Hasbro? Will Ashindra take its throne? We're gonna see. We're gonna see. You just can't, you really just can't beat Turbo Spryzen. Fair play. I mean, also we gotta consider all the factors of the stadium and everything like that. Probably, I would say, in the Hypersphere Stadium, it'll probably perform. Yeah, literally just that. It always boils down to the same thing. Yeah, in the Hypersphere Stadium, probably the base will have a better advantage. Like, probably, yeah. Okay, Ashindra, we're gonna do a little launch. Yeah, I like the Ashindra recolor. Like, yes, it is true that the recolor on its own could have made, well, that's the same problem with the original Ashindra from what I was able to look at. It's just that the colors, like, no, it's not the colors, it's just the parts where there should be stickers, there isn't. Or the parts where they should have tattooed on, they don't. I don't know, that's been like the problem with Hasbro for the longest time. I really just want to see, I don't know, it looking a little bit more smoother. Yeah, but you can see, keep, by the way, I don't know how many times I'll mention this, but about this Flare Ashura, that's not what I was going to say. Keep Hypersphere is good. Like, I would honestly say Keep Hypersphere is probably the best Hypersphere tip they've released. This is Flare Ashura 7 Survive. I don't know, I think Keep Hypersphere just really has, like, some good LAD. I would also say, I really do think Ashindra is probably the best out of the whole wave. Like, if I were to pick one May and I said, you wanna know what, if you could only get one, it honest to God, would be Ashindra. Because Ashindra's just, like, not garbage. Not to say the other bays were bad, you know what I mean? It's like, Ashindra's just, like, good. Like, when I'm playing with Ashindra, I'm like, hey, you wanna know what? This was a good bay. Whoa! I got stuck in launch there by accident. I like Ashindra. Which is very funny, because the irony is, I really just don't like Takara Tomy's Bushin Ashura. I'm not a fan of it. It's like, honestly, has like the worst stock. One of the worst stock you can have for a GT Bay. The individual parts aren't that bad. So you be more specific. Okay, Flare Ashura, I can't beat. I don't know why, I think that Flare Ashura combo I made maybe isn't that bad. Anyways, can it beat the original Bushin Ashura? Find out now! I will be surprised if it can't. Alright, go! Bushin Ashindra! There we go. Proof that it's not that trash. It can beat the original. Actually, I think it's pretty rare for Hasbro to actually be able to beat the original. You wanna know what? It's usually the bad ones that TT has for their stock that Hasbro can just beat. I remember Rocktavor, Crash Ragnarok, excuse me. Bad. Just bad. Hasbro's Rocktavor constantly beat it. Same with Treptune and Zootron. So I think Ashindra, by the way, so close to burst finish. I think Ashindra's just a similar case. So I also like how Keep Hypersphere actually has like a different mold to it, and like, so I'm really starting to feel a difference in these Hypersphere tips for how they actually look in their appearance. I just like it. Okay, that was Takara Tomy. You're gonna see. I'm not gonna cut out a round to where Takara Tomy loses or whatever to make the Hasbro one look good. If it wins, it wins. And if it can't, it can't. And look, I understand that Hurricane's not that heavy or Hasbro's Hurricane's not that heavy. Look, I just like Hurricane Hasbro. I don't know why. I don't know what about it. I just like it. I really just like it. I need to get one more burst out of today, so. Ashindra, can we make it happen? Hey, pretty good. All right, so Ashindra, I think I made the case for not being that bad at all. So we've done it against Flare, we've done it against Bushin. We've done some other battles, obviously. Let's do it against Diabolos. This is Venom Diabolos, Takara Tomy. We're gonna see how it does against that one, and I'll pick maybe like Union, I guess. And then after I'll probably just call it. I don't know, I just really wanted to use, Venom's like one of those like GT base where the stock's sort of like, I don't know, kind of like mid. So I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to test it out, to put Rise bays that are like decent against it. Because obviously you're not going to beat like any top tier stuff like Lord or anything like that, obviously. But, you know, maybe you can do something. Okay, bullet just came out. Okay. I just noticed I've just been picking red base. Let's get Union. See what happens. I doubt it'll beat it, but if it does, fair play. The feeling when Keep Hypersphere outclasses Hasbro's Extend Plus. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, the Convert? I don't think Convert even hit Stadium. I don't think it scraped at all. Yeah, that time it did. But only like a little bit. That's barely anything. Should be like Extend Plus just easily being able to outspin Hypersphere. Yeah, like that. Ooh, let's see. We'll do one more match, and then after I'll just give my thoughts on Ashindra. Takes down Union by hitting the Convert. Alright, whatever. My thoughts on Ashindra, what would I give this out of 10? Is this the same rank as Turbo Spryzen? That's the question. I would say my highest I'd maybe give this maybe like an 8.5. 8.5 I think is a pretty fair rating for this Ashindra. I would say this is like decent tier for Hasbro. This is like decent. Obviously just referring to the stock combo. I can't just like, obviously if I do later testings and I see I'm not too sure about that, then I'll probably change my mind. But let me just try out just a different combo just with the stock. Yeah, you wanna know what, the slopes actually are pretty decent. Yeah, the slopes are good. You know, I'm gonna keep my rating. The slopes are good. So in the comment section below, you can tell me your own thoughts. You know, for Ashindra, do you like it? Do you not like it? And I guess why? But I think it's good. I would recommend you get this out of all the bays in the wave. This is definitely a good one. Definitely a good one. And yeah, that's gonna be it for now. So thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. QR code for Bushin Ashindra.